In today's lesson, we are going to look at some special cases, taking derivatives of sine and cosine, and then exponential functions and logarithms. So, sine and cosine, pretty easy, but they're also easy to kind of mix up and confuse. You just got to memorize them. So if you take the derivative of cosine, it is equal to negative sine. And then to go the other way, if you take the derivative of sine, it is equal to positive cosine. So easy, but just remembering cosine goes to negative sine, sine goes to positive cosine. All right, so now exponential function. So if I take the derivative, let's say I've got base a to the power of x. It is a to the power of x times the natural log of the base a. So then let's look at the special case when the base is e. So d over dx, we're going to take the derivative of e to the x. So it follows the same pattern, e to the x times the natural log of the base e. But natural log of e will cancel each other out, and you're left with e to the x. So the derivative of e to the x is e to the x. Okay, now looking at logarithms. So if we take the derivative of a logarithm base a of x, it is 1 over x times the natural log of a. So now let's look at the logarithm, the natural logarithm. So let's take the derivative of the natural log of x. So it's 1 over, same idea, 1 over x times the natural log of the base. Oops, I used to do that. Natural log of the base e, but those cancel. So it's just 1 over x. So these cases you need to memorize all of them. Memorize, memorize, and memorize. Okay, so now we're going to kind of put these all together, practice taking the derivative of them. So let's look, f of x is equal to 6 cosine x plus 5e to the x. So let's take the derivative of f. So derivative of the first term, cosine goes to negative sine. So that would be negative 6 sine x plus derivative of e to the x is just e to the x. So plus 5e to the x. There's your derivative. Okay, next example, f of x equals 3 natural log of x minus 12 sine x plus e. So we're looking at kind of each term separately. So derivative, okay, natural log, that is 1 over x. So this would be 3 times 1 over x, which is just 3 over x. All right, derivative of sine is just cosine. So the sine, it doesn't change, so it's going to stay minus 12 cosine of x. Okay, e, remember e, when it has a power of x, the derivative is e power of x. But e by itself is just a constant, so it gets cut off. There's my derivative. All right, what is the derivative of log base 3 of x? So just a single term logarithm. Derivative of a logarithm, so derivative of f is 1 over your variable, and then natural log of the base. And that's done. Okay, last example for the notes. f of x equals square root of x plus 4 times the natural log of x plus 5 to the power of x. So we'll just look at each term separately to find the derivative of f. Remember, square root of x is the same as x to the power of 1/2. So this would be 1/2 out in front, x to the power of negative 1/2, which I'll simplify before we're done. Okay, natural log, that's 1 over x, so this becomes 4 over x. Okay, exponential function, 5 to the power of x. It starts out just staying 5 to the power of x, but then it's times the natural log of the base 5. So all we really have to do is clean up that first term. So that would be 1 over 2 square root x plus 4 over x plus 5 to the power of x times the natural log of 5. And that is it for the video on derivatives of cosine, sine, exponential functions, logarithms. So good luck with your lesson.